Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Alumni Stadium in Lowell for the last game of the 2019 season. St. Mary's playing for a state championship, taking on Hopkinton. Hopkinton is 16-5, the Division II South champs. Last time they won was 2004 from the Tri-Valley. St. Mary's 18-5, Division II North champs. Last time they won was 2015, but this is the first time they're playing in Division II. And both these teams kind of had to win one game less because in all the other divisions there are North, South, Central, and West. So there's usually, after the division champion, there's a semifinal state championship and then the final championship. But there is no Central or Western Division II team. So after winning their division championships, Hopkinton and St. Mary's just got here at Lowell to play for a state championship. St. Mary's drew a bye. They beat Belmont, Greater Lowell, and Woburn. They only scored 8 runs in the 3 games, but they only gave up 1. They had 21 innings of scoreless baseball. Bobby Alcock on the mound today. He's got 15 consecutive shutout innings in the tournament. He will go over 300 strikeouts with his first strikeout of today. Avon Cabral and Jared Capola combined for the middle game, and they gave up only 1 run. So that's another 6 shutout innings. So 21 innings of shutout baseball by St. Mary's. Their defense has been outstanding, and it's been quite a run for St. Mary's. St. Mary's, their golf team, 2 years in a row, they were state champions. Girls basketball, along with boys soccer and football, went to the state final. They also had the softball team go to the division final. So it's been quite a year for St. Mary's athletics. It's been a long layoff for both teams. They played last Saturday, so a week off. This game has been postponed twice. They were supposed to play here Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Rained out. They were supposed to play here last night, Friday night. Rained out. So they rescheduled for today at noontime. So they're finally going to get it going, and it is a beautiful day. Bright blue sky. Puffy white clouds scattered around. Temperatures close to 80. Everybody in t-shirts and shorts. And we're going to have a great time here at Alumni Stadium. This is the Division II State Final. In the dugout, Derek Dana and Timmy Fowler, coaches, head coach and coach for St. Mary's, along with Tommy Donahue. But Timmy Filer and Derek Dana are looking for another championship. They played for St. Mary's and won state championships in 87 and 88. So they have a full idea of what these kids are going through playing in this big game. That was Jimmy Jettis was the coach back then in 87 and 88. Hopkinton, the top seed in the South. We mentioned they're 16-5. They beat Milton, Stoughton, and Westwood to get here. They beat Westwood in the division final, 7-4. So we'll look and see if the long layoff affects anybody. This is the first tournament game that St. Mary's is playing on the road. They were very lucky the way that everything fell. They were playing at Frazier Field all their games. This will also be the first game in the tournament that they're playing with a grass infield. They've had the first 3 games at Frazier with the turf infield. It's a gorgeous complex here. They have a very nice football stadium. They have soccer, lacrosse, softball fields, and of course this baseball diamond. And it's just it's a tremendous complex. And Dave Rosinski is the athletic director. Although he's the tournament director, he's from Lynn. He's in charge today here at Alumni Stadium. Good friend of mine, and Paul Allen and Muna Mullins. He was at Bill Ricker originally. He left and came to Lowell. So Bobby Alcock on the mound for the Spartans. Throwing to John Moretti. Moretti is kind of a veteran here. This is his 4th tournament. He was on the team and played as an 8th grader. And he was a 3rd baseman back then. I believe this is 2nd year behind the dish. And he's been a great asset to the team and the pitching staff. He's also outstanding in the classroom with a 3.8 GPA, and he's class president. So Ben McKenzie, the shortstop for Hopkinton, will lead it off. They're from the Tri-Valley League, taking on the Spartans of St. Mary's from the Catholic Central League. So win or lose, this has been a tremendous year for the St. Mary's Spartans. They drew the number 2 seed. They won 3 tournament games, looking for their 4th, and yet another St. Mary's team going to a state final. So win or lose, they should walk out of here with their heads up high. And being a former St. Mary's grad, I'm certainly hoping that they walk out of here with a win. Ben McKenzie, the shortstop, will lead it off for Hopkinton. They brought some fans. St. Mary's has brought some fans, sitting right down in front of us in the stands. The little people running this has been very cooperative and very helpful, and have done a very nice job helping us, very courteous. They've made it very easy for us. So Alcock will deliver the first pitch, missing up and away for a ball. Bobby is a power pitcher. He mixes in the curveball once in a while. That one's in for a strike. He likes to paint the corners. He doesn't like to throw it down the middle if he doesn't have to. Two quick strikes after a ball, and it's 1-2. Just got a piece and fouled it off. Count stays 1-2. Swing and a miss. He chased the pitch that broke down and away. That's the use for the curveball. McKenzie chased it.
Now batting number 2, Stephen Simons.
That strikeout puts Bobby Alcock over 300 for his career. He's had a great career here at St. Mary's. Won some very big games for the Spartans. Stephen Simons, the catcher, takes it high for a ball. We're in a perfect spot right behind home plate. Hit to short. Big hop for Cabral. Over to Pacheco. 2 up, 2 down. Simons hit it right on the nose and hit it right to the shortstop. Drew Rangatori.
Number 4, Drew Rangatori.
Drew Rangatori, the left fielder, another lefty. That shortstop Cabral's only a freshman, and he's won some very big games on the mound as well. Curveball drops in for a strike, took something off and dropped it in. If he shows him that curveball, that fastball's going to look a lot quicker, and he'll have him guessing up there. Hit to second base. Reddy will make the play. An easy 1-2-3 inning for Bobby Alcock and the Spartans. 3 up, 3 down in the first. St. Mary's will have an opportunity to get on the board first. For St. Mary's, it'll be Colin Reddy the second baseman leading off. Kyle Ouellette will play center field and bat second. Batting third and playing third base, Jared Capola, who's got some very big hits in the tournament for St. Mary's. He's had a big year swinging the bat. Catching and batting fourth, John Moretti. The first baseman, Lee Pacheco, hits 5. DHing and batting 6, DJ DeCenzo, hitting for the pitcher, Bobby Alcock. The left fielder, Terrence Moynihan, will hit number 7. Batting 8th and playing shortstop, Avon Cabral. And bring up the tail end of the batting order is the right fielder batting 9th, Rich Pagluca. On the mound for Hopkinton, Joel Fisher, left-handed. Everybody has been able to rest up. Normally, if you win your division, you go into the semis, you're having to go with either 1 or 2, depending who pitched the division final. You have to move along in your pitching staff, but with a full week off, they've had plenty of rest. Just a question of, is it too much rest? You try to stay loose, practicing, maybe a little bit of a scrimmage. Colin Reddy will try to get it going again. He's got to feel a little bit, this especially now because he's playing in a state championship final. And I'm sure I mention it all the time, and it's worth mentioning. Ann Reddy and Tom Reddy, his grandparents, passed away during the season, and I know he misses them dearly, and they were his biggest fans. And I know they're looking down on him, smiling. I know he wishes they were here. Already a tremendous family in the city of Lynn. And he's usually the table setter. If he gets it going, St. Mary's usually gets going. So Fisher's first pitch in for a strike. Stands in front of us aren't that big, so the Hopkinton St. Mary's fans are sort of intermingled. It's not one right St. Mary's, left Hopkinton. 2 quick strikes from Fisher. That was almost like a sneaky pitch. He was like a little quick release, trying to catch Reddy off balance. Pitching from the stretch. Hit fouled out of play. Down and in. The count evens at 2. Reddy, a very good hockey player, is the offensive MVP. Down and in, so he ahead of him. Now he's got to come on the pitch. He'll put him on as the count goes full. He got some big goals for St. Mary's. He part of a state championship team. Division finalist. He loses them. So Reddy is the first baseman drawing a walk.
Number 16, Kyle Ouellette.
Third baseman Seamus thinks they're going to bunt. He's way in at third base. Tommy Donahue down at third as he normally is, flashing signs. Tommy. Timmy Fowler, the head guy. Derek Dana, all former very good St. Mary's athletes. They bunted, and they bunted foul. Trying to push it down the first base line. Throw over, it gets away, but not far enough for Ray to go anywhere. He was diving back, so he was head first at the bag, so no chance for him to go to second base. We haven't seen these shirts on St. Mary's. A little different. Squared pulled it back when he saw the pitch down and in. So 1 ball, 1 strike. They throw over, they got ready, caught. He was leaning, and they caught him. And everybody getting involved. And the pitcher is going to make the put out. He was leaning, and he got caught. Everybody getting involved. It was the pitcher, Fisher, making the tag for the out. So there's 1 away with nobody on. High and tight for a ball. So they had the right play on the pickoff. Reddy was going. And he got caught. Slicing it right by the first base coach down the right side. Slicing it down the right field line, foul. Hitting it foul again. Good at bat by Ouellette. Hanging around. Missing for a ball. They throw that out at first.
Now batting number 19, Jared Capola.
2 away. Jared Capola takes it up and away for a ball. He's done it all. He's played shortstop, third base. He comes in relief late in the game. Lines it to right field. Fair ball. I thought it was a home run. Looked like it hit the foul pole. I guess there's a fence out there. It went off the fence out in right field.
13, John Mulready.
Capola gets the first hit, so getting ready out on that pickoff is very big. John Mulready, the hitter. Look, he came close to hitting it out of the ballpark. It hit over the top of the fence, but there's a wire mesh fence that's there. Makes that fence a little bit higher. First pitch in for a strike. Hit back to the mound. Fisher makes 2 of the plays the inning himself. So still nothing to choose between these 2 teams in this Division II state final. At the end of a full inning, St. Mary's nothing, Hopkinton nothing. Ronnie Seamus, the third baseman, will lead off the second inning for Hopkinton.
Now batting number 18, Ronnie Seamus.
Alcock will start his second inning of work. Curveball bites the inside corner. It looked like for a minute it was going to hit him. It just broke late and caught the inside corner for a strike. Good pitch by Alcock. 2 quick strikes. Again, you get that curveball over, it's going to have the hitters guessing. And again, it's going to make that fastball look a lot quicker. The 0-2 pitch. Already set up outside. Good waste pitch trying to get Seamus to chase. Breaking ball down and away. Seamus laid off both of those. And the count evens at 2. Missed outside. So again, he had him 2 strikes. Got to come in with a pitch now. Well, Hopkinton's going to have a base runner. The payoff pitch. Hit the second base. Off hop. Deflects, pops up. It looked like it was going to have a big hop. It short hopped and kind of handcuffed Reddy. Seamus will be the first base runner on the error.
Now batting number 19, Connor Kelly.
Connor Kelly, the right fielder, is the hitter. Let's see if they play small ball. So they have their first base runner with the error. Popped up, it's going to go over everything, up in the seats. Quick toss over, getting back with Seamus. That ball to Ray looked like it was going to take a big hop, and all of a sudden it just dropped off like off a table. It kind of handcuffed him. Good pitch for a strike quickly, 0-2. That takes the bunt off. So he didn't show bunt that time. He tried to bunt the first time. Hit the short. They get 1. Safe at first. They almost got 2. Good turn in the middle by Reddy.
Now batting number 7, Brendan Kelly.
Young freshman to Reddy at second. Reddy made the nice turn, but Kelly got that extra step, and he needed it because he just beat the throw by a step. Brendan Kelly, another lefty. I wonder if they're relatives. Or brothers, I don't know. In for a strike, and they steal second base. It goes out in the center field. He kind of surprised him. He got a late jump and was on his way. So Connor Kelly becomes the first runner in scoring position for Hopkinton. Brendan Kelly, with a hit, could bring in Connor Kelly. Good pitch for a strike. We mentioned again that ground ball to Reddy. I mentioned up front, this is the first game the St. Mary's is playing on a grass infield at Frazier Field with the turf. That probably would have been a very big hop, easy play for Reddy. Instead, it kind of exploded off the grass. Hit to third. They get the runner at first. They've got the runner hooked up. Pacheco runs right at him. And they tag him out. So both get nailed on the base pass. Brendan Kelly is out 5-3 for the second out. Connor Kelly got hooked up. So both teams have had a runner cut down on the base pass. Hopkinton got the first runner in scoring position. So the error doesn't hurt. And once again, St. Mary's will have an opportunity to get on the board first. 5, 6, and 7, Lee Pacheco, DJ DeCenzo, Terrence Moynihan are the scheduled hitters for the Spartans, as we'll start the second inning in this Division II North, Division II State final. We mention again, normally after winning the division, you would have to play a semifinal game. Neither team had to do that because there was no Central or West. If there was one or the other, it would have been one of these two teams would have had to play a semi, and one team would have drawn a bye to get into the States. As it was, no Central, no West, so it's just automatically the state tournament for these two teams. So it's going to be a happy bus ride back from Lynn for one of the back from Lynn to Lynn or Hopkinton for one of these two teams.
Now batting number 3,
Lee Pacheco, we always mention, 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, baseball. He's got some big hits for St. Mary's this year. Takes the pitch for a strike. Joel Fisher starting his second inning of work. Hit. Deep shot, no play. He's going to get infield hit. McKenzie stopped him from going to the outfield, but he had no play on Pacheco. So for the second inning in a row, St. Mary's gets their leadoff hitter on.
DJ DeCenzo.
DJ DeCenzo. What a year he's had. Going to the Super Bowl with the Spartans, playing at Gillette, and now playing in a state final in baseball. Doesn't get much better than that. Diving back at first is Pacheco. Stands are quickly filling up in front of us. Low for a ball. DJ didn't look like he was going to bunt. Looking down again at Tommy Donahue at third, flashing the signs. Pacheco again diving back. Short lead for Pacheco. Swinging away, hits it foul, out of play. I don't know what, there's a building behind right field. I don't know if it's a banquet hall or whatever. They got tables set up with balloons and festivities going on. But just caught the outside corner with that pitch, and it's 1-2. That moves Seamus, the third baseman, back with 2 strikes. Another throw over. Again, Pacheco dives back. Swing and a miss.
Now batting number 11, Terrence Moynihan.
Terrence Moynihan, the sophomore, he didn't get a lot of playing time early on, but he worked his way into the lineup. And the game against Rubin, he made the play of the game in the first inning. With 2 on, he went in left field over his shoulder, made a great running catch, taking away extra bases and 2 runs from moving. They wound up being shut out, but they would have had a 2-0, at least 2-0 in the first inning. He almost threw that away. Nice scoop at first base by Brendan Kelly. Brendan's one of those guys that throws right, bats left. Way wide for a ball. See, he's looking for win number 19. Hopkinton looking for win number 17. Chase, that pitch, it was way over his head. Fisher got some help with that pitch. Hopkinton actually won 17, but according to the announcers from Hopkinton, that they played a game that didn't count. Wide for a ball. Hit in the air to short right field. Second baseman going out, right fielder coming on. It's the right fielder, Corner Kelly, making the play.
Now batting number 15, Avon Cabral.
2 down for Avon Cabral, the shortstop, young freshman. I don't think Derek Dana ever thought he would get out of this freshman what he's got out of him this year. He's been immense at shortstop. Won some big games. Shut out St. John's Prep, who were runners-up in the Super 8. So he's got some big wins on the mound. Has made some big plays in the infield. He's playing like a 50-year senior. Down and away for a ball. Pacheco takes off. The pitch is low. They throw the ball down, out at second base. Nice throw by the catcher, Samos. So everybody's getting thrown out on the base pass. Fisher gives up a hit, but only faces 3 in the inning with the throw out at second base. We finished 2 in this Division II state final. Still dead even. St. Mary's nothing, Hopkinton nothing at the end of 2.
Now batting number 27, Jack Breslin.
Bottom 3 in the order for Hopkinton as we start this 3rd inning. Jack Breslin is DHing for the pitcher, Joel Fisher. Another left-handed hitter facing Bobby Alcock. Off the pitcher's glove, safe at first base. Alcock tried to make the play. He went high in the air off his glove, ready. Good effort to try and pick up the loose ball, but Breslin will get an infield hit. If Alcock lets it go, it's probably an out.
Now batting number 8, Cole Glassford.
But that's great being a Monday morning quarterback because he thought he could make the play. And you got to get high in the air to get over his head. Cole Glassburn, the second baseman. Capola way in looking for the bunt. Makes the play. Nobody covering third base. They were lucky to go to third. Perfect bunt by Glassburn. For the second inning in a row, Hopkinton has a runner at second base. Last time they were cut down trying to go to third on a ground ball. Tommy Amorosoni, the center fielder, and the number 9 hitter.
Now batting number 20, Robbie Pagluca.
And it's Robbie Pagluca. It was supposed to be Tommy Ambrosoni. Swing and a miss. I don't know if they changed the last minute or if he's pinch hitting. Down the way for a ball. Hit foul out of play. Off to the right side. Pagluca asked for time and got it. It would only be fitting if Pagluca flied out to the right fielder, Pagluca. Hit foul off his foot. He felt that one. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Hit foul again out of play off to the right side. Popped up in foul territory. Coppola lost it in the sun. Couldn't see it. He backed away from it. Lost it completely in the sun. And Pagluca's got to get a break. So instead of 2 outs, he's back up at the plate. That's a tough break for Bobby Alcock and the Spartans. But right off the bat, you could tell he was having problems. He looked up. As soon as he looked up, he got blinded by the sun and lost complete sight of the baseball. Jammed him and he fouls it back again. Good at bat by Pagluca. Making Alcock throw some pitches. It doesn't have any markers like how far to left field or center field, but right field seems kind of short, but right center, left center, that's quite a poke. Left field is too. Way up, he thought about it, started to pull the trigger, held up. They checked with the base umpire. He said no, he didn't swing. So the count goes 2-2. Strike 3. He offered. He tagged him out. Plate umpire said he swung. Mulready might have had something to do with that.
Ben McKenzie.
As soon as the Mulready got the ball, it went in the dirt. He very quickly stepped up and tagged the batter. That might have had a little bit of influence on the umpire because it was close whether he swung or not. The hitter said, check with the base umpire. The umpire said, no, I called it. Down and away for a ball. Ben McKenzie, the leadoff hitter and the shortstop. He struck out swinging, leading off the ball game. Nice start by Mulready. They take off for third, and he's out. Another runner. I think the runner thought that ball got by. I think he thought that ball was off Mulready. Mulready made a great play to go get it, and easy out at third base. So an error and a base hit in 2 innings, but Alcock has only faced 9 hitters through 3 innings. The error was thrown out trying to go to third when the runner was thrown out at first, and now the hit, sacrifice to second, is thrown out trying to go to third, thinking the ball got by the catcher. Alcock picked up his second strikeout. So for the third time, St. Mary's has a chance to get on the board first. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Spartans. Rich Pagluca, Avon Cabral, Rich Pagluca, and Colin Reddy. Avon Cabral was actually up when Pacheco was thrown out trying to steal second base. So St. Mary's had 2 thrown out in the base pass. Hopkinton has had 2 thrown on the base pass. Trying to make something happen. Hopkins 2 are hitting an error. St. Mary's is 2 base hits. Capola said almost went out of the ballpark. Avon Cabral, the shortstop, will lead it off. Joel Fisher will start his 3rd inning of work. They play Cabral to go the other way. Center fielder a few steps to the right side of second base toward right center field. Left fielder off the line. Right fielder closer to the line. Hit foul off the catcher. 1 ball and 1 strike. Off-speed pitch breaks in for a strike. Good pitch by Fisher. Up and away for a ball. Cabral knew it. That's one of those little sneaky pitches. He didn't go into a windup. He just got on the mound and just threw the ball. Rich Pagluca is the hitter. The right fielder. So that hitter, Pagluca, that struck out, I think it was a pinch hitter because it appears as though Ambrosoni is back in center field. And they Play Pagluka is a left-handed hitter too. Center field is way over in right center field. Left field is way off the line. That's just a little bit high. Fisher shakes his hand like he forgot to let go of that. Hit the backstop on the fly. Squared like he was going to bunt, took it down and in for a ball. Fisher takes a little bit of time when he stretches, but every once in a while, he just very quickly throws the ball, trying to catch the hitter off guard. Like that. And it's a strike. That's one of those pitches, he just throws the ball. Doesn't hesitate at all. And here's another one. Down and in for a ball. If he does that with people on base, it's a balk. There's the pause. And there's ball 4. Pagluka gets the second walk given up by Fisher. The other walk is coming up to hit. Colin Reddy.
Batting, number 2, Colin Reddy.
Reddy walked and got picked off. They've already seen how Samos can throw the ball to second base. Just getting back. That was a lot closer than it probably should have been. In for a strike. Umpire is very generous with that outside corner for both teams. Nice stop by the catcher, Samos. One the count for the Spartan second baseman. From the bottom of the third in this Division II state final. No score, Hopkinton and St. Mary's. Missing inside for a ball. Throwing over again. Fisher likes to throw over to first base. He's done it quite a bit in these first 2 1/3 innings. And he does it again. And they throw it away. He's going to keep going and go all the way to third base. Makes the wide turn, so St. Mary's has a runner at third. Threw that one away, went over one too many times, and throws it away. And St. Mary's has the first runner at third base with 1 out with a chance to get on the board. Reddy will look to try and put it in play. St. Mary's can do almost anything here. Reddy can handle a bat, he can bunt. So they went one too many times over to first base, and it cost him. Two on the count to the Spartan second baseman. They missed the bunt, and they're going to get another picked off. It was a suicide squeeze, and it backfired. So Hopkins tried to give it to St. Mary's. St. Mary's gave it back. It wasn't a safety squeeze, it was a suicide squeeze. Pagluka was coming, and Reddy missed the pitch. And the opportunity goes by the boards. That could come back to haunt them. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So the Hopkinton fans breathed a little sigh of relief. Looked like St. Mary's going to get on the board with a runner at third. That big error, the attempted pick at first, putting the runner at third, goes by the boards. It doesn't hurt. Still nothing to choose between these two state finalists. We finished 3. St. Mary's nothing, Hopkinton nothing. It'll be the top of the order for Hopkinton as we start the 4th inning. Ben McKenzie was up in the bottom of the 3rd when he picked a runner off, trying to go from 2nd to 3rd when he thought the ball got by him already or off him already, and he threw him out going to 3rd. So the story of this game has been everybody getting thrown out in the base pass. St. Mary's has had 1 inning. Hopkins has 2. They went out 1, 2, 3 in the first, but they had 2 runners thrown out trying to go to 3rd in the next 2 innings. In for a strike. St. Mary's had 3, 1 in each inning. 1 stealing, 1 picked off, 1 not getting able to bunt down. In the right center field, long run. Pagluka comes over and makes the play. It looked like it was going by Ouellette. He reached up, and there was Pagluka sitting right in his lap making the play. They take extra bases away from McKenzie.
Now batting number 2, Stephen Simons.
That's a long run for Pagluka. And he stepped right in front of Ouellette, reached across his body and made the play. Stephen Simons hit it right on the nose and hit it right to the shortstop. On the corner for a strike. A lot of lefties for this Hopkinton team, including the pitcher. Hit foul to the backstop. Quickly 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased a high pitch up and away. Good waste pitch by Alcock.
Now batting number 4, Drew Rangatori.
Drew Rangatori, the left fielder, bounced out second and first. I talked to Bobby Alcock's father before the game. I said, who's more nervous, the pitcher or the father? And Bobby's father said, absolutely the father. Wide for a ball, 2-0. Ball came loose from the bullpen area from Hopkinton. Tracked down by Tommy Donahue. Good pitch for a strike. Swing and a miss. Got his money's worth on that one. Swung right through it. And we got our first deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Hit to second base. Big hop for Reddy. Takes his time. Second time he's throwing Rangatori out. Second 1-2-3 inning. Bobby Alcock. There's been an error and a base hit by Hopkinton, but he's only faced 12 in his 4 innings of work because both runners have been thrown out trying to go from second to third. So for the 4th straight inning, St. Mary's has a chance to get on the board first. They had the best chance the last inning with a runner at third, 1 out, and he suicide squeeze didn't work. The runner was coming. It wasn't safety squeeze, it was suicide. And the pitch was up and away, and they missed the bunt, and they made the easy out with the runner coming home. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Spartans as we're halfway through the ball game with no score on the board. If any base runners can get around without being thrown out on the base pass, we might at one point score a run in this game. Kyle Ouellette bounced to the shortstop his 1 trip. He was looking to bunt his first time up with Reddy at first base, but then Reddy got picked off. So he just swung away. Low for a ball. Fisher's got that little sneaky pitch. There it is. He doesn't pause. He goes to the belt and hesitates almost like a full second or 2. Otherwise, he just goes right through it to motion and just throws the ball. Up and away, 3-0. So Kyle Ouellette will be looking all the way here, maybe at 2, certainly at 1. In for a strike. Still can be very selective here. He's looking to become a base runner. Down and in for ball 4. 3 out of 4 innings. St. Mary's has the leadoff hitter on. 3rd walk given up by Fisher. Capola almost hit it out of the ballpark. His first at bat, he hit it high in the air, went off over the green fence out in right field, but there's a mesh fence there as well. It hit high off the mesh fence. High to right field, drifting out of the ballpark, foul. Third baseman Seamus was playing in like he was going to bunt. I don't think they're going to ask Capola to bunt the way he's swinging the bat. They leave him left center field is like he could run forever. The right field is way over in right center field. Way up and away for a ball. In for a strike. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. He got a very good hitter out. Hit broke down and in. John Mulready bounced to the pitcher.
John Mulready.
His first at bat. And they're just thinking that nobody can pull the ball against Fisher because this center fielder is way over in right center field. And the left fielder is way off the line. Off the catcher, that's going to move the runner in the scoring position. It's a wild pitch. Threw that pitch in the dirt. I can say dirt because we're not at Frazier Field where it would be turf. I mentioned before, first game that St. Mary's is playing, we're going to get a pinch runner at second base. Corey Ouellette is running. Corey Ouellette scored the winning run against Greater Lowell on an infield hit by Austin Foglietta. Hit high and deep to right field. Backing up, making the play is Kelly. Ouellette will tag up and go to third. Already got all of that one, but it stayed in the ballpark. St. Mary's has their second runner at third base, but it comes with 2 outs. Lee Pacheco got a base hit his first time up. I bet he wishes he saved it for now. He gets a base hit, a big 2-out hit for Pacheco. Ouellette will score the run. So Ouellette running for Ouellette. Scores on Pacheco's big 2-out hit. St. Mary's gets on the board first. So this time the walk hurts. Last 2 times the walk was cut down on the base pass. Hit foul way in on the hands, and he pushed it right at the St. Mary's dugout. Pacheco comes through again. He's got some very big 2-out hits for St. Mary's this year. And he scored the winning run against Greater Lowell on that infield hit by Austin Foglietta. Terrence Moynihan, the left fielder, was the on-deck hitter. Off to the right side, out of play. You can almost see why the outfield is playing. The right field is almost on the foul line. The center field is way over in right center field. The left fielder way off the left field line. Way wide for a ball. Way up and away again. So we finally get runners on. They don't get thrown out. And when they don't get thrown out, they score. The leadoff walk hurt. Pacheco takes off, easily in with a stolen base. Samoes didn't even throw it. He had to go way out to his right to go get it. So that takes off a force at second on a ground ball. They'll have to go to first base. Senzo would love to get a base hit here. Swing and a miss. He gets him for the second time. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Fisher, but the walk hurt. The big 2-out single by Pacheco, his second hit in the game. We finished 4 here. St. Mary's dents the scoreboard first. It's St. Mary's 1, Hopkinton nothing at the end of 4.
Number 18, Ronnie Seamus.
Ronnie Seamus, the third baseman, reached on an error. And he was quickly wiped out on the fielder's choice. He's leading off the 5th inning, and St. Mary's has dented the scoreboard. Bobby Alcock has a run to work with. Four, 5, and 6, the middle of the order for Hopkinton here in the 5th inning. Hit out of play, foul. Curveball broke down and away. Good pitch by Alcock. It just broke low. Hit up the middle, ready with the play. What a great play. Reddy went about 8 steps to his right, backhanded it, had to turn to make a strong throw, and he throws him out. What a terrific play. That's an ESPN highlight tape. What a great play by Colin Reddy. Connor Kelly reached on that fielder's choice, stole second, and then got thrown out as he tried to go to third when the next hitter, Brendan Kelly, was thrown out at first base. He tried to go from second to third and got thrown out. So this is Connor Kelly, the right fielder. Both, I'm guessing they're related. They're both right-handed throwers. They're both left-handed hitters. Brendan Kelly on deck. Good pitch for a strike. 2-1 the count. Up and away for a ball. Good pitch for a strike. Can't be as fussy here with the count 3-2. Swing and a miss. He gets him, comes back. Two up, 2 down. In the 5th, Brendan Kelly, the first baseman, bounced out third to first. Brendan is the first baseman for Hopkinton. Fishing wide for a ball. Every once in a while, the sun ducks behind a cloud, but perfect day. Perfect. Almost a blanket over the ballpark of blue skies, right, left, and out in center field. You can probably see them on your screen. Big, puffy white clouds. Hit the shot. There's the young freshman, not playing like a freshman. Third 1-2-3 inning. Alcock's faced only 15 hitters in 5 innings. That's the minimum. Picked up his 4th strikeout. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for St. Mary's in the bottom of the 5th. We mentioned it's going to be a happy bus ride home for one of these teams and their fans. A little further ride home for Hopkinton, I think. Although you get on 93 and 128, it could seem like a year getting home to Lynn. It's going to look like a parade at the end of the game because the parking lot for the fans down behind the right center field fence over at the locker field, way down behind the fence. So you have to go out and walk quite a distance to get to the parking lot. We were very lucky because we mentioned media, and they said, "Oh, you can park right here. We're parked right behind home plate." So we just walk out the gate. We're right in our car. It's gonna be a long walk, a happy walk for some, a long, tough walk for others. Terrence Moynihan fly to right field is one trip. Hits it foul back out of play. Wide for a ball. People still buzzing about that play that Coloretti made in the top of the fifth inning. Hit that's goes out of play. Samoa's the catcher. Good effort. He just ran out of real estate. One, two, the count to the spot in the left fielder. Way wide for a ball. Count evens at 2. Hit up the middle for a base hit. Four out of 5 innings. Maybe says their leadoff hitter on, and you got to look for a bunt here from Cabral. And we got a trip to the mound. They had warm-up action going out. Warm-up action is in the bullpen, so if they're going to bring somebody in, it will be from the field, I would imagine. Out to talk to Joel Fisher. They stay with Fisher. Cabral was called on strikes as one trip. Seamus, the third baseman, is way in at third base. Getting back, standing up, is Moynihan. Young sophomore Moynihan has really put a stamp since he's got in the lineup. He's done a very nice job. Again, standing up, he's back. He's done it in the outfield. He's played third base. He's pitched some. Way in at third base. Another throw over. They did this before and they threw it away. Now they're coming out. And I would think that would be it. Second trip. They're going to take him out. Ryan Kester will be the first baseman. And the first baseman, Kelly, will be the pitcher. So Kester will move over to first base, and the first baseman, Kelly, will take the mound. He's a big boy. Right-hander. Seamus is here right-hander for the first time. And the first batter he faces will be Cabral with a runner at first and nobody out. So Brendan Kelly will see what he can do for Hopkins, trying to keep him in the game in relief of Fisher. Fisher pitched well. Walks, the one walk, he's walked a few, but the one walk really hurt him. They missed the bunt. They pick him off first base. Got way off the bag at first base, thinking the bunt was going to be down. They didn't get the bunt down, and he couldn't get back. That's a strike. They said he swung. Another runner thrown out on the base pass. Down and away for a ball. Boy, both teams playing giveaway here. That's the case. You don't go anywhere until the bunt is down. It's not like a suicide squeeze. If you're going to go that far, go to second base. Hit foul out of play. 2-2 the count. Way down and away. Count goes full. So how big is that pickoff now? So Fisher's day is done. He gives up 4 hits. The run was earned. Walk 3. Struck out 4. Hit foul past third base. Austin Foglietta is pinch hitting for Rich Pagluca. On the inside corner for a strike. Austin got the infield hit that scored Pacheco with the winning run against Greater Lowell in that tight 2-1 game. The semifinals of the division. Way wide for a ball. 1 out, 1 on. And that's after St. Mary's got a hit and a walk because the hit was picked off. The runner takes off. Great throw, easy out at second base. So St. Mary's gets a hit and a walk, and Hopkinton only faces 3 hitters in the inning. We've completed 5. That 1 run in the 4th inning for St. Mary's is the difference. St. Mary's 1, Hopkinton nothing at the end of 5.
Now batting number 27, Jack Breslin.
7, 8, and 9 for Hopkinton as we start the 6th inning. Both teams have been running the bases wildly, and both teams have been being thrown out on the base pass. Jack Breslin has the only base hit. He tapped one high. Alcock went high in the air to try and pick it. It went off his glove, and he was able to beat Reddy's throw to first base for the only hit. He wound up being sacrificed to second base. And then, for some reason, Mulready made a great play behind the plate, picking a ball that was going by him. And I think Breslin thought that the ball was going to the backstop because he took off to go to third. Mulready easily threw him out. One of many thrown out on the base pass in this game. In for a strike, 1-1 the count. Breslin is the DH. He's hitting now for the first baseman, Kester, who took over at first when Kelly went to the mound. High for a ball. Hit foul to the backstop. Alcock took a little bit of time. Breslin asked for time and got it. Now we're back to baseball. Big pitch for both teams. Hit foul out of play. Swing and a miss. He threw it in on his hands. He swung right through it. Five strikeouts for Alcock. We mentioned he's now gone over 300 strikeouts for his career. Cole Glassburn hasn't been up officially. He sacrificed his last time up. Moved the runner in the scoring position. Laid down a perfect bunt. He might try it again for a base hit. Up and away for a ball. High again, 2-0. Mulready wants to talk to his pitcher. The 2-0 pitch, up and coming. Way wide for ball three. Taking all the way as you would expect. It's in for a strike, 3-1. Still be fussy here. You need a base runner. Swing and a miss. So the count goes full. Now you can't be as fussy. Got to protect the plate. Alcock trying to come all the way back from 3-0. The payoff pitch, way wide for ball four. First walk given up. Puts the tying run at first base. This is Tommy Ambrosoni. I think. And it's not.
Alex Barker Hook.
Alex Barker Hoop is going to hit, and that will put Ambrosoni out of the game. He hit for him the first time, and now they're hitting for him again. Swing and a miss. He chased that pitch up and away. Top of the order, McKenzie on deck. Wide for a ball. Hopkinton fans are cheering every pitch, every play. Hit foul out of play. Count goes 1-2. This is going to be a case of, it's going to be a disappointment whoever loses this game. But both teams have had a tremendous year. To get to the state final, you know how many teams would like to be in the position of the team losing this game? But they can't because they didn't get here. There's only 2 teams that made it this far. Threw the curveball, but it broke down and in and low. And Barker Hoop laid off. Two the count. They picked him off. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You can't write a script like this. If you put this in a book, people wouldn't believe it. Hopkins had a hit, an error, picked off, a hit, picked off, a walk, picked off. And he strikes the batter out. Again, he only faces 3 hitters. He's only faced 18 hitters in 3 innings with an error, a walk, and a hit. But all 3 have been out on the base pass. Six strikeouts for Alcock. Hopkinton is down their last 3 outs. They'll have the top of the order in the 7th. Brendan Kelly will start an inning for the first time. He gave up a walk that was quickly picked off. Struck out a batter. St. Mary's will have the top of the order, Colin Reddy, Kyle Ouellette, Jared Capola. They would love to get a run across here. Of course, they'd love to get more, but they'd like to at least one. Give Alcock a little bit of breathing room in the 7th inning because Hopkinton will have the top of their order up. This has been a bizarre game. Hopkins had 3 base runners picked off on the base pass. All 3 of their runners have been picked off. St. Mary's had 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 1st. So the first 3 innings they had out. So 6 base runners out on the base pass.
Now batting number 2, Colin Reddy.
And there was 4 in 5 innings. The only inning they didn't get a base runner picked off was the inning they scored. Reddy has walked and struck out. And that hits him in the back. So look for the bunt here.
Now batting number 16, Kyle Ouellette.
Ouellette has grounded a short. He walked, went to second on a wild pitch, and his brother, they kept it in the family, Corey Ouellette, ran for him. So Kyle gets the walk. Corey Ouellette runs and scores the run. In for a strike. Seamus, the third baseman, really charging at third base. He missed it. It goes to the backstop, and Reddy will wind up at second base. I was waiting to see if it was a foul or a wild pitch way inside, kind of around the ankles. I think he said Ouellette offered at it. Now I think he's going to talk to the base umpire and check it. I think he said Ouellette offered. And it's 2 strikes. Let's see if he tries to bunt again. I don't think so. It's as good as a bunt. They bobble it, but they make the play. So it's not a sacrifice, but it works the same.
Now batting number 19, Jared DePaula.
St. Mary's would not want to have anybody else up at this time in the game. He is singled. He struck out the last time, but his single was almost out of the ballpark in right field. He's been their premier hitter through the tournament. High for a ball. Hopkinton brings the infield in. That makes Capola even a more dangerous hitter. They still give him a lot of room in left center field. Curveball drops in for a strike. St. Mary's love to get this run in. Hopkinton wants to keep it a 1-0 game. Way inside for a ball. John Mulready, the on-deck hitter. Hit in the left field for a base hit. He does it again. St. Mary's puts another dent in the scoreboard. It's now 2-0.
John Mulready.
John Mulready has bounced to the pitcher and flied to right. So the walk hurt in the 4th inning. The hit batsman hurts in this inning. What a nice play by the shortstop. He turns the double play. What a tremendous play. McKenzie takes a base hit away from already. He spun, he lost his balance a little bit, able to get to the bag, make the play, and he turns the double play. But St. Mary's adds a run. Bobby Alcock has got another run to work with as we move into the top of the 7th inning. St. Mary's 3 outs away from being Division II state champions as they lead it 2-0. Hopkinton fans trying to get into it. They need 2 runs now. Alcock has an extra run to work with thanks to the big hit by Capola and the hit batsman, Colin Reddy. They did that a couple of times against Woburn in the division final. Reddy getting the scoring position, Capola bringing him in. Now they do it again. Capola with a very big hit. And Alcock has got an extra run to work with. Top of the order for Hopkinton. McKenzie has struck out. He hit a shot, looked like extra bases in a right center field. Kyle Ouellette couldn't get to it, but just as he reached up, hoping he could get to it, Pagluca, the right fielder, stepped in front of him, made the catch. A long run for Bagluka. A great play by Bagluka. Hit foul down the right side. You make a great play, you lead off the inning. He just made a great unassisted double play. What a tremendous play he made going behind the second base bag. And then he had a turn, slip, got to the bag, and made a strong throw to first. Curveball hangs up and in. Almost hit him. Fishing wide for a ball. They need a base runner to bring the tying run to home plate thanks to that run in the sixth. So McKenzie trying to get on any way he can. Hit back foul, the count goes 2-2. Alcox walked only one. He came back from 3-0 to get a hitter out. His only walk, he picked him off at first base. Hit foul back. He threw it up and in. And he had to guard the plate with 2 strikes. They play him straight away. Center field is right over the second base bag. Kyle Ouellette. The 2-2 pitch once again. Down and away for a ball. So a big pitch coming up for both teams. Hopkinton fans coming to life. It goes to the backstop for ball 4.
Now batting, number 2, Steven Simon.
Third time in the game they got the leadoff hitter on, but every time they do, they get picked off or thrown out. Steven Simoes, the catcher, grounded a short, struck out swinging. Normally you would look for a sacrifice here with 1-0, but 2-0, 1 run is not enough. Hit to first, it's a foul ball. Just popped out just before it got to first base. Pacheco was looking for a double play. He tagged the bag, looking to go to second base. High and away for a ball. So Mose gets on. It would be the tying runs on base. Hit foul out of play. It goes 1-2. Chased the breaking ball right in on the hands. It broke. It was way out of the strike zone, and he swung right through it.
Now batting, number 4, Drew Regatori.
Drew Rangatori is grounded to second twice. The second time, Reddy made the play of the game, going 8 steps to his right. Had a turn and make a strong throw and threw him out at first base. Tremendous play by Reddy. High for a ball. What a career with his cap off for Alcock if he can win this one. He's had a great career at St. Mary's. He threw a perfect game at Frazier Field. He pitched the shutout to win the division championship. He could win the championship final. He's had big wins over his career. And he's a terrific young man. All these kids, you heard me say many, many times, I wish everybody could get to know all these kids the way I do. They are absolutely phenomenal. In for a strike. Low for a ball. 3-1 the count. Hopkinton fans have been loud through the whole game. St. Mary's just holding their breath. Another big pitch coming up for both teams. Hit foul back, the count goes full. Payout pitch is a big one, up and coming to the Hopkinton left fielder. Hit foul, he jammed him. Get out in front, pushed it foul past first base. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Hit back to the mound. They get one, that's all they'll get, but that's the big one. Nice play by Alcock.
Now batting, number 18, Ronnie.
And for a freshman, very smart for Capel not to throw the ball. Hopkinton down to their last out. Ronnie Seamus, the third baseman, reached on an error, grounded out second and first. Both of his hits went to second base. Good pitch for a strike. In for a strike. St. Mary's 1 strike away from a 2019 state championship. Alcock 1 strike away from his 3rd tournament win. Moretti set up outside. He threw it in the left-hand hitter's batter's box, trying to get Seamus to chase. He laid off. Good try by Alcock and Moretti. Hit foul out of play. And the tension mounts. White knuckle time on both sides. Everybody here at Alumni Stadium. Hit foul, he chased a high pitch. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th, and St. Mary's leading it 2-0. Almost got him. He had his mind up to swing at that pitch. He started to pull the trigger, and he just held up as the ball broke high and away, and that he never could have reached that one. That would have been strike 3. So another big pitch coming up. So now we go 3-2. Hopkinton fans trying to will their team to a comeback here. Alcock trying to finish off a masterpiece. Hit foul off to the right side. The automatic hit and run on with the count 3-2. So here we go again. Once again, the 3-2 pitch. Strike 3, swinging. Alcock does it. What an unbelievable performance. A pile of players on the mound. Congratulations to Derek Dana, Timmy Fowler, Tommy Donahue, and the coaching staff. and all the players, especially the seniors. What a great way to finish your high school career. St. Mary's winning it 2-0. Bobby Alcock gets his third win in the tournament. He goes 22 scoreless innings in 3 games. St. Mary's played 29 innings. The pitching staff had 28 shutout innings. They win it now 2-0. And it was a bizarre game with people being thrown out in the bases. I talked about Bobby Alcock pitching a perfect game. He was semi-perfect today. He gave up 1 base hit. We'll start off with the error in the second inning that was eliminated on the base pass. A base hit to start the third inning, eliminated on the base pass. A walk in the 6th inning, Alcock picked him off at first base. A perfect game, you would face 21 hitters. Alcock faced 22. The last inning, the walk, and the fielder's choice was the only inning that he faced 4 hitters in the inning. He faced only 3 in every inning but the 7th. His third shutout, 22 straight innings, and St. Mary's picks up their 19th win. Congratulations to Hopkinton. They'll finish a tremendous season at 16-6. It won't be a happy bus ride home, but they should be very proud of themselves. As I mentioned before, there are a lot of teams who would like to be in Hopkinton's shoes right now, getting a runner-up trophy, but they get nothing because they didn't get here. St. Mary's will take home the top hardware. Congratulations, Derek Dana, Timmy Fowler know how these kids feel winning a state championship. They did it themselves as players in 87 and 88. And now they'll make the presentations. The medals will be presented to both teams. And a great team, Hopkinton. A terrific season they had. And they're going to be presented with the runner-up trophy. I know it's going to hurt. It's going to be a tough bus ride home. But when I think about the season they had, and we talked about it before with the St. Mary's teams, football, boys soccer, girls basketball, all going to the state final, and they finally break through, and it's the boys baseball team winning the state final and winning the state championship. And again, what a great way for the seniors to go out. And it was a couple of seniors that combined on getting the insurance run that made it a little bit easier for Alcock, and that was Reddy and Ouellette. In the 4th inning, after 3 scoreless innings, Kyle Ouellette drew a walk, went to second on a wild pitch. Corey Ouellette, they kept it in the family. Corey Ouellette went in to run for Kyle Ouellette. After 2 outs, Lee Pacheco got Corey Ouellette went to third base on a fly ball by Mulready to right field. And then Pacheco got a big 2-out hit to put the first run on the scoreboard for St. Mary's.
This is the home plate where MIAA Tournament Director Dan Brothers will present today's team trophies.
And then in the 6th inning, Reddy got hit by a pitch, went to second on a wild pitch, third on a ground ball, and a big hit. We told you they've done it many times. Jared Capola getting the big hit, knocking in the insurance run to give Bobby Alcock a little more breathing room. And Alcock made it stand up. Was a third shutout, 22 straight innings. I don't know if that's ever been done in the state tournament in any bracket, but Bobby Alcock certainly got it done here today. For St. Mary's, Reddy drew a walk, got hit by a pitch, scored one of the runs. Kyle Ouellette drew a walk. His brother, Corey, running for him, scored a run.
At this time, I ask the coach and captain.
Jared Capola had 2 base hits, knocked in one of the 2 runs.
Congratulations.
Lee Pacheco got 2 base hits with an RBI. Timus Moynihan had a base hit. Evan Cabral drew a walk. Rich Pagluca made a tremendous play in right field, taking extra bases away from McKenzie in the 4th inning. when it was still 0-0 and he was leading off the inning, made a great play. As he says, captain, St. Mary's, and holding hard the winning trophy. Pagluka made that great play. Cabral made a couple of nice plays at shortstop. Mulready made a great play on a pitch that was down the way. It looked like it was going to the backstop. He not only picked it, but he threw the runner out at third base, knocking down a runner going to third. And that was with only one out in the third inning, still 0-0. And then Colin Reddy, besides scoring the run that gave him a little bit of insurance, he went 7 or 8 steps to his right, took a base hit away from Ronnie Seamus, and that was starting the 5th inning when it was 1-0. He made a great play getting to it, picked it, turned and made a good strong throw and threw the runner out at first base. And through 6 innings, Alcock only faced 18 hitters. 6 straight innings. He only faced 3 innings in each of the innings. He finally faced 4 in the 7th inning, but he struck out 2 to finish it with an exclamation point. And I told you, he's had a great career. He's pitched a perfect game. He's now won 3 games in the tournament. He wins the state tournament final. He gives up 1 base hit. He walks 2. One of them was picked off. There was an error. It was thrown out in the base pass. He struck out 8 in the ball game, gave up that 1 base hit, and that 1 base hit was out trying to go to third base. 2 of the walks, one of the walks was out on the base pass. The error was out on the base pass. The walk, the only base runner, the walk, and then the fielder's choice left the runner at first base, ending the ball game. And a tremendous season by the St. Mary's Spartans. They win 19 games. They didn't make it easy. They played 4 tournament games. They scored only 10 runs in 4 tournament games, but defensively, they only gave up 1. And that was the difference. As they win their games, they go 19-5 on the season, and they wrap up as Derek Dana gets drowned behind home plate. Well deserved. So they won their last championship, 2015. They win their first championship in Division II. They do it here in 2019. As I mentioned, it's a great feeling for Timmy Filer and Derek Dana. They know what it feels like because they did this back-to-back in 87, 88 as players, and they've done it a couple of times as coaches, and they do it again here. They've done a tremendous job with this team. And again, congratulations to the seniors. We wish them the best in whatever endeavors they go, whatever the schools they go to in their future life. We know they'll be successful. They are great competitors, and the underclassmen are going to have a tough assignment to come back and try and do this again. But what a great way to end your high school career with a state championship and a championship trophy and the medal to take home. So congratulations to the Spartans, Derek Dana, their coach, and all of the sports at St. Mary's. They had a great banner year going to a lot of state finals. They finally break the ice and win one. It's St. Mary's 2, Hopkinton nothing in the Division II state final baseball game here at Alumni Stadium in Lowell. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.